Hello and welcome to the history of movie theaters in Manhattan 1950 to 1959. (1950)
The Embassy's 72nd Street stopped showing newsreels as television became more common.
These theaters closed in 1950. (1951) The Strand Theater at 1579 Broadway reopens as the Warner Theater on July 3rd. The Fine Arts Theater at 128 East 58th Street opened on October 15, 1951, and later operated by Walter Reed. The Normandy Theater at 110 West 57th Street opens on December 6. Here are more changes for 1951. These theaters closed in 1951. (1952) Brand Theaters started to promote the world's largest movie center with the Lyric, Selwyn, Liberty, Apollo, Times Square and Victory Theaters on 42nd Street. The Arcadia Theater at 993 3rd Avenue is renamed the Baronet Theater on February 21. The Beekman Theater opens on April 29, 1952, is opened by Rugoff and Becker Theaters.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Cinerama.
This is Cinerama opened on September 30th at the Broadway Theater as the first widescreen movie with multi-channel sound. (1953) The Avon Theater at 1187 Avenue of the Americas starts to show adult movies. The Trans-Lux 49th Street becomes the first widescreen newsreel theater in the world on August 19. These theaters closed in 1953. (1954) The Laugh Movie Theater at 234 West 42nd Street is renamed back to Empire. These theaters closed in 1954. (1955) The Rivoli Theater at Times Square starts to show roadshow movies on its 66-foot widescreen. 1956. On October 17th, Michael Todd gave the projectionist an $1,000 bonus for Around the World in 80 Days at the Rivoli. He had the amperage of the carbon so high that the prints lasted less than 10 showings. Here are the changes for 1956. These theaters closed in 1956. 1957. The Central and later the Holiday Theater at 1567 Broadway is reopened as the Odeon Theater on December 26 as the British chain, Odeon, expands into the USA. These theaters closed in 1957. (1958). Here are the changes for 1958. The RKO Hamilton and York Theaters closes. 1959. The Lowe State Theater at Times Square reopens with Some Like It Hot on March 28.
Not since Scarface, so much action.
On June 30th, the Soviet film Kinopanorama film, Great Is My Country, opens at the Mayfair Theater in conjunction with the Soviet Trade Exposition. The Brandt's Mayfair Theater at Times Square reopens as the Walter Reed DeMille Theater, named after the famous director, on December 7th. The Astor Theater at 1531 Broadway is reopened on December 17th after an enlarged curved screen is installed. The Loew's Capitol Theater at 1539 Broadway is reopened by Loew's as the world's most spectacular motion picture theater on December 26. The RKO Hollywood and the Lane Theaters closes. Thanks for watching, and remember to like and subscribe.